All right, we're going to take a look at a couple matches that happened at AGC in 2015. It looks like we got the camera rolling a little late into this match. Somebody probably had to run over and start filming. Trying to cut through the half guard right now with the knee slide position. I think it's probably worthwhile to freeze it in a second here because I think there's a few errors, okay? So let's talk about what I'm doing right. The grip that I have on the sleeve, this is a very good grip. I can pull up on his sleeve and I can keep him flat on his back. That's going to make it really hard for him to play guard effectively, and it's going to help immobilize him so I can pass better. But I don't like the position of my right arm because he has slid that left knee under my elbow and he's won that inside position. So as I was passing, I really should have kept my chest lower. I should have locked my right elbow to my hip so he could never bring that knee in the first place. And because of that error, you're going to see in a moment, he's going to have an opportunity to get back to a more effective guard position. So let's keep it rolling. So I'm not entirely sure what his intention is when he rolls to his right hip right here. I'm not sure if he was trying to wrestle up on a single leg or if he just missed the opportunity to move to reverse De La Hiva, but either way, it gave me an opportunity to slide by, and now he's turtled up, and I'm trying to establish better control so I can pick up my points. So right here, it's a bit of a waiting game. I remember trying to slide one of my thumbs into the collar to threaten the neck for a choke. Definitely keeping a really heavy right shoulder, and then I'm trying to drive that right knee in between his elbow and knee connection to maybe open up a little bit of space to drop my hooks in. So we're going to freeze it here in a second. We're going to take a look at two specific grips that I use in this position a lot. So you can see that my left hand is grabbing the fabric on his shoulder, but what you might not be able to see is that my right hand is grabbing the fabric on his pants near the opposing hip bone. So I'm controlling his left shoulder and I'm controlling his right hip. And in doing that, I can feel which way he wants to turn, and I can also control that turn to a certain degree. So when we unfreeze here, what you're going to see is because of this grip set, I'm able to feel which way he wants to turn and recompose guard, and I anticipate that, and I can move pretty seamlessly into a leg drag position. So I spend some time here just sort of smashing the hips to the side. He's gonna roll and turtle up again, which doesn't particularly bother me because I remember really feeling like I could sink that right thumb inside the collar. There were a lot of opportunities to do that, so I'm still working for it. There's going to be a really important detail with my left ankle here at some point. As soon as Dan moves his head here, you're going to have an opportunity to see it right here, freeze. All right, so I've got the lower part of my left shin over and across his right Achilles, okay? So I want you to try to imagine, me leaving that left leg in the middle, like between his legs, as opposed to being over that right leg of his. If I were to do that, if I left it on the floor and I didn't put it over his leg like this, he would be able to roll through, like somersault through, and attack my left leg. But because I've got it pinned in this configuration, if he tries to roll, he won't be able to, and the only thing he'll do is roll himself right back into the leg drag position. So this gives me more time to control, more time to fish that right thumb inside the collar, which is eventually going to lead to the submission. The other thing you might not be able to see here is that I've also fished my left hand to his other collar. So we're going to unfreeze here, and what you'll see is this gives me the power to lift him all the way off the mat, basically skip back control, and dive right into the bow and arrow choke. So my left grip is good, my left leg position is good, but he's doing a great job of bridging himself over my right leg, so I have to chair sit. See that movement? Let's look at that again. So I'm going to base on my right elbow, which is going to make my hip light. I can pull that right leg out, build a pillow under his shoulder, lift him up, and then I can reload that choke nice and easy. So he certainly wasn't giving up here. He bridges over my leg again, so I have to build to my elbow again, chair sit again. This time my angle's a little better. I'm really trying to get that right leg over the face so I can cross my ankles. I think, yep, that's it.